I am here with our Bible commentator, Robbie Symons, and we are talking about a great story in the Bible, one of the biggest terrorists the world has ever seen, who basically hated everything, all Christians, and killed them. And he became one of the greatest proponents of Christianity the world has ever seen. How in the world did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, just introducing it like that, you're like, wow, that's incredible. Yet, Acts chapter 9, the story of Saul becoming Paul, you're so right. We think about the great events of the history of the church. I think for the church, Pentecost is probably number one, the giving of the Holy Spirit. Arguably, and I think with great evidence, this is probably the next greatest event in the history of the world, because when Saul gets saved, you have a man again who becomes the greatest missionary in the church. He ends up writing half of the New Testament. He's one of the most powerful theologians, literally has impacted billions of people, like literally, right? God has used him all by grace. He becomes one of the greatest leaders and one of the greatest examples, and he commands, imitate me as I imitate Christ. And so we get to study that this week, and it's a faith building. It's so encouraging. I said to you just now, saying, man, like as much as this is about Paul, today, actually, it's about Jesus. Jesus can do whatever he wants.
You know, I think it's so cool because no one believed him. Like when he changed, like no one believed him. He was undoubtedly transformed, but they all thought, oh, he's just pretending so he can come and kill more of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think sometimes even when we see God change when ourselves or other people's hearts, we are slow to believe that he can actually do it because we're so used to things being one way.
Yes.
How do we put ourselves in a mindset to believe that miracles are possible even today?
Yeah, well, why don't you tune in this week for Acts 9? That'll be a good start, right?
Oh, nice advertisement.
Because like as I'm looking at this week, I'm like, Jesus can do whatever he wants. Okay, so Saul is riding in literally on his high horse, packed with pride, self-righteousness. He's in control of everything. And in one moment, a flash of light from heaven, he's brought to nothing. He's rendered impotent. He becomes nothing. He's decimated in his own humiliation. One light flash from heaven, and he's never the same again, and the world's never the same again. Again, I look at that, and I'm like, Jesus is awesome. And Cheryl, like, we want to believe Jesus is doing that today. He can change anyone at any moment in an instant like that. So my faith is so built on the reality of the power and the glory of Jesus Christ.
And here's the thing, it is happening today.
Yes.
So I hear stories all the time of people who were terrorists. And like Paul, he believed he was doing this for God. He thought it was a righteous thing he was doing, even killing people in the name of God.
Yes.
You know, and we hear this today about people who are going in one direction, they're killing people in the name of God, and then they have a total heart change from a dream or a vision or an encounter, and they're going in a different direction. I mean, this is not just then.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, like absolutely, and that's where our faith kind of sees this and says, you're right, the stories of all that you just mentioned, and those, keep telling those stories, Cheryl, okay? Like, let's let our program keep letting the people see God is working. Now, remember, the reason Jesus Christ has not returned yet, he's not done building his church. He's saving lives. He is doing miracle after miracle, and I pray more and more we will hear stories. Again, the media, oh, come on, media, report the truth, right? We'll hear stories where we'll say there's no explanation for that other than the saving power of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so this is what builds our faith this week. Again, Saul's story, pretty awesome. Jesus is more awesome. So build our faith, use us, encourage us as we dig into God's word.
Wow. Well, I think people are going to be so encouraged this week to hear what you have to say. So definitely don't miss TV.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. We'll be tuning in.
Okay.